Hadouken!
Something people never ask me, what is my favorite genre of video games? And that's fighting games. I've been playing fighting games since I was, I don't know, since I can remember. I really didn't get to play on the original consoles, but I have this computer, big computer, like older ones that could emulate Mortal Kombat and some Killer Instinct. I played on the PS1 as well. So fighting games have always been my favorite genre, and I've come back to the genre many times, especially with the new titles dropping. So how does this relate to the Switch 2? Well, as you saw in the Nintendo Direct, Street Fighter 6 is coming to Switch, and not as Mortal Kombat did back in the days of Switch 1, but it looks good. I'll put some footage here if I can find some. But people are comparing it to the Series S. Street Fighter Series S looks very bad. Very, very bad, like 480 stretch to 1080. Really bad. I think that's more on the optimized side. It's not optimized for the Series S, because if you see Mortal Kombat looks great on the Series S. But yeah, people are comparing it. Fighting games have been in the Switch for a long time. The Capcom collections, Mortal Kombat has been on the Switch, but it wasn't always the best way to play it, and I don't think it will be the best way to play it. But we're moving from unplayable to a pretty good alternative if you want to play it on your Switch. I mean, if it has the same performance as a Series S and looks maybe a little bit better because of the optimization, why not just play it on your Switch? And this does a very good thing for fighting games, because I was thinking, what's the most casual console that you can play in? And I'm thinking that's the Switch. We buy the Switch just to have fun, not to try hard in the game. At least if you are very competitive in Splatoon, maybe you're a try hard in Splatoon. But how can you try hard a Kirby game or a Zelda game that is not even online? So I think it's a very casual console, and sorry, English is not my first language. And so what this does to the genre of fighting games is introduce a lot of casual players that now can play not in a pixelated, very laggy video game, but that can play on very good alternative if they don't have any other console, or if they just want to enjoy the game on their Switch. So this will definitely come with a lot of support for ongoing games, I think, in my opinion, because the casual community doesn't care much about the small changes, like all the changes, for example, in Tekken 8, that they ruined the game basically, but the casual players don't pay much attention. If the game is fun, they will play it. So I think this is a very good opportunity to all the fighting games to, I won't say make a comeback, because they're not really gone, but to have a higher player base. And some people in the fighting game community like to gatekeep the genre to themselves, like saying that casual players ruin the game, like all the introduction of different control modes like on Street Fighter 6. But I don't think that's the case. I think games get more and more expensive to make, so in order to maintain those games, maintain updates, do different seasons, they need a high player base that spends money on their game. And casual players love cosmetics, so I think that's a good plan for the fighting games. But I think it will be very good for fighting games. I know the Capcom collection, Fighting Collection 2, will come on Switch as well. So I think everything's moving on the right direction. If this works and Street Fighter performs well on Switch, I don't see why they can't do a Fatal Fury port to the Switch, or what else? Good MK1 to the Switch. MK1 is very fun right now, I gotta say. I've been really enjoying playing Mortal Kombat 1. Tekken is dead. I don't want to play Tekken with all of those changes they made. What else? Fatal Fury is coming. In a week or two? That game's so close. Very excited about that game. I don't see why not a King of Fighters can make it to the Switch. It's Guilty Gear on the Switch, I think so, right? Yeah. So yeah, that was just a little video I wanted to film to share with all of you what my passion for fighting games and why I think the Switch, being better console now, can introduce a lot of casual players to the fighting game genre. So is that how you say genre? I have no idea. So comment below, what fighting games are you playing currently? Maybe I can find you in one of those games. I'm currently playing MK1, and I just downloaded Guilty Gear. I want to come back to that game again because I know they're introducing this new character, Venom. Not a new one, but bringing it back. Yeah, MK1, Guilty Gear, not playing Tekken. Street Fighter, not so much, but definitely playing the new Fatal Fury. So comment down below what you think, what you're most excited about in fighting games, and as always, have a great day.